Alright, this is a video that my Swage bro Demo Proc prompted me to do. I'm finally getting around to it. It's been a while, out of practice. Basically wing these things anyway, so yeah, hopefully this doesn't go way off the rails. This is for people who like their Forster ultramicrometer seating dies. This is specifically about these dies. And in this case, those of you who shoot 300 hammer would like one of these dies, found they don't make one, and yeah, it's frustration. Other dies you can get away with your blackout dies and make them work for hammer, but there are some issues with that, but you can do it. These, no, don't. Just don't. You'll ruin your brass. Because these are built different. Thing is, I was trying to explain to Dima why I needed a different die. He's like, just use your blackout die. That's what I do. I'm like, you can't do this. You cannot. It doesn't work. Things go horribly wrong, and trying to explain it, I couldn't quite get it across to him. So I tore it apart, sent him pictures, and he went, oh, okay, now I understand. Maybe you should make a video. Maybe others don't realize this. You'll save some, in my case, brand new Starline brass that I destroyed straight out of the box. Yeah, lovely. I about cried. Yeah. Too bad I didn't catch it the first piece. But anyway, for those uninitiated, this is blackout brass. This is hammer brass. Is basically blackout magnum. It's about a blackout neck length longer, but has a shorter neck. The diameter is actually slightly larger, and that's where you run the problems using blackout dies. It's not much, but thousandths or two, now you're squishing that down, reducing your internal capacity, changing dimensions in the chamber. But anyway, I already have, let's see, come on, 300, it's a blackout die. Now notice it is marked here. That's because this insert here is cartridge specific. It's not caliber specific, it's cartridge specific. And that is what makes these different. So show this. All right, a piece of blackout brass. See how it's supported down to the base. The shell holder pushes up on this piece. And this piece is spring loaded, and it's a stout spring. So when you take a piece of hammer brass and you stick it in there, this is all unsupported. The shoulder's doing all the work, and like I said, the shoulder is slightly larger, so it's getting squished down. It's just, this happened. The bullet being seated and the brass doing all the work, it did that to the neck. Why is this thing so out of focus? Yeah, it bulged. And I didn't catch it on the first one. I didn't notice it. So I have a few of these in the blackout pile. Come on. Get a better picture of that. There we go. Yeah, I was very unhappy. About cried. Stuff's fresh out of the box. Oh. Yeah. So you don't want that happening. So just do not use your Forster blackout seating die for 300 hammer. Now, yeah, the ones he saw the pic and some other things I showed, he got it. He understood why. Because what he did was it's got the slidey bit. Well, Hornady's got that. So I invested in Hornady kit. Barely used. Yeah, it's not the same. The only part of this that is hammer specific is the sizing die. The seating die is caliber specific, but not cartridge specific. Now, a tip, take notes from Hornady. Everyone should make their micrometers like Hornady. This will fit all their seating dies. You remove this, you install this, nothing else changes. You have a micrometer die. This one's not the click adjustable, but that one's twice the money. But yeah, not spring loaded, free floating. Not the same. I used this on like 2 cartridges, didn't like it. Hit me up on Discord if you're interested. When I said barely used, I meant barely used. But anyway, back to this. I really wanted Forster. So I called him up and I said, can you make me a hammer die? Because it's Sammy spec, so there's blueprints, all the spec sheet, so they looked it over, said we'll get back to you, but if we need custom reamers, it's gonna cost you. He left it there, just dangling, no price, no estimate, no nothing. I was afraid to ask, so I didn't. But he said, if we can do it with what we have, it'll just be a $30 machining fee on top of everything. And I was like, definitely get back to me. So they did, and said they could do it for the machining fees, so $30. And so, I sent to you the world's first Forster 300 hammer custom insert for the seating die. So these are $33 for these inserts. $30 machining and $12.50 shipping. $75.50 to get this in my grubby little hands. But worth every penny because it works perfectly. I have not destroyed any brass. Everything is smooth and lovely, and I'm very happy. Hopefully they will put it on the main menu so that you guys can get them for $33, plus shipping. So, less than $50. Anyway, this and the seating stem are what make these dies different. The body is the same. It's just the seating stem and this insert. Let me see if I can show you here. This thing does not want to focus. Get a new phone. Come on. Could it be the lighting? And it worked before. Why can't I get it to look now? Let's see. Needs more light, maybe. Oh, there we go. Need a light from behind. See those 2 ridges in there? The first one you see is shoulder, and the next one is at the mouth of the case. So it is all fit. All right, show you this. This is hammer. Fits right to the base. This is blackout. So yes, there is a difference. Interesting thing is, I decided to pull out my blackout Sheridan case and drop the hammer in. And where it binds is the shoulder, not the mouth. So, yeah, they provided me that there is a difference there. Because obviously, blackout drops right in. Now, what I found interesting is I decided to pull out my 223 case. You know, obviously, blackout's going to drop right in, but the hammer stops right at the base. So the mouth is stopping on the 223 shoulder. I just thought that was interesting. So, yeah. Now, since this is already 30 cal, I don't have to change the seating stem. So all I've got to do, you set this up for your press, you know, bottom it out, back it out a turn, lock it down. Then you don't have to change that. You just unscrew it here. Here's that spring. It's pretty stout. Seating stem, which is removable, unlike Redding. They tell you Redding, you have to buy, if you want to change seating stems, you have to buy the whole micrometer because it's built in. Yeah, $50 a pop just for a seating stem. No, thank you. I was like, yeah, the Redding, the ties are cheap. Maybe I'll go that route. And then I found out if I want to change seating stem, it got very expensive, very fast. So, never mind. So, yeah, now this comes out. And externally, the only difference is that marking. It's all, internal. So, you take the hammer, drop it in, put the spring over the seating stem, screw it together, and now we have a hammer die. That's it. I mean, adjust it, you're done. Pretty simple. If I wanted to change it to say a 223, I would change the seating stem, that insert, it would be a 223 die. Let's say that the spring, it really does a thing. Let me see if I can show you. I'll put this in the press. You can hear the force on that spring. It's not wimpy. So you want the shell holder doing the work, not the brass. You put the bullet on there, and that insert guides everything, straight. They said it's just slightly oversized for all of them. My guess is that's because, if you want a shoulder bump instead of full length size, you need that little bit of diameter, but then it all goes up in. But when I was trying to do it with the blackout insert, it was pressing a bullet in, and the shoulder was doing all the work unsupported, and it overstressed the brass, and it did not like it. Yeah, we can't show you all the fun stuff on YouTube anymore, so that's good as it's gonna get. But anyway, yeah. I like the micrometers because I change projectiles a lot, and trying different stuff and having the visual instead of guessing at it. It's just faster, easier, and more precise. I may have gray in my beard, but I'm not a gray beard. So, I'm not that guy who can just take a lead and twiddle it and be, right there. Just knows it so well that doesn't need markings. I'm not that person, so this is beautiful. And like switching these, you figure out how many turns of this backing it out to go to hammer you need, and you just back it out. Okay, I'm using this projectile, I need this much more, and it's really close. And then you got markings to go, okay, tweak it in. And one thing I found I don't like is, like, if you test it out and you seat it too deep and you need to hammer it out a little bit, playing with neck tension, and it never seats quite where you expect it. So I'd rather, you know, be a little long and and know that I'm going to be a little long, and tweak it down a few thousandths or so. But yeah, basically, hopefully I've covered everything I set out to cover, because it's easy to forget trying to cram everything in, not go too long, and not forget something. But yeah, if you like your Forster ultramicrometer seating dies, and you're also shooting hammer, you can now have both. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully they'll put it on the main menu, and price will come down instead of it being a custom insert. All right, well, this has probably gone far enough off the rails. Hopefully not too far. Leave with that. Have a good one. God bless. See you. Oh yeah, forgot. Found the invoice, and what they did was they took a blackout reamer, sunk it in 270 thousandths deeper, and altered the chamber to be closer fit to 300 hammer. And I think what that means is they probably took a 223 reamer to embiggen it, because it's slightly bigger in diameter, and the blackout reamer didn't quite cover that. So $33 for the part, $30 to machine it, and then $12.50 to ship it, $75.50 into my grubby little hand. So yeah, it was, you know, a bit to swallow thinking about it, but what it does and the problems it solves is worth every penny to me. All right, I'll leave you with that. Have a good one. God bless. See you.